Hi there, welcome back to Battle of the All-Stars 2019. I'm Gretchen Little. I am here with BOTAS from Colorado, or Team Colorado actually. Unfortunately, Boo, you weren't able to compete this weekend because of an injury.
That's right.
How are you feeling?
You know, I'm really excited to be here and just see this team skate. It's unfortunate that I can't skate with them. That's a big, I'm pretty sad about that. But I'm so excited to see these skaters come together and play, especially against Montana. This is going to be a great game.
That's right. The Team Colorado All-Stars, the number 2 seed in this tournament, will be taking on Montana, the number 14 seed, who shocked the arena yesterday with 2 big victories. First, they took down the number 10 seed Ohio, and then they took down the number 6 seed Virginia. That's how they got there.
It's incredible.
Colorado here as a number 2 seed, making it into this quarterfinal game. Who do we have skating for Colorado, Boo?
For Team Colorado, we have, just to go through the line, we have Dickey, Yolita, Applebum. We have Pink, Flamingo, Unprotected Lex, Mussolini, Leah Davidson, Wilhelm, Jersey Whirl, X-Ray Vixen, Daisy Jukes, Speedo Bandito, Crush, Fiona Grapple, Sharon Tacos, Bria Frade, Camilla Blood Spilla, Blackman, Elise LaCracken, Andy, Coyote, Glitterous, Vicious Kitty.
All right, and for the number 14 seed, who is definitely punching up Team Montana, we have Mauled Whiskey, who likes to go by Whiskey, Slim Hitman, Vixenous Velo, Foggy, Despicable Darling, Texas Twister, O2 Tank, Spartan Crush, Lil Stout, Quietly Chaotic, Double D, Special Chaos, Hammer, Illuminati, She Hates Me, Lethal Lizzie, Mother Earth, and Jam Good Time. Team Montana, coached by Bushwhacker. Our officials for this contest, head referee is Jacques Strap. Yeah, inside pack, Stray Taco, Jam Refs, Lone Bone, and William Skate Spear. OPRs, Pure Head Damage, Shanksy, Holly Krampus, and our alternate referee is Scruff McDuff. Jam timing will be Scarleg O'Hara. Scoreboard operator is Bobtimus Prime. Our scorekeepers, David Reed and Lilo and Stitches. Penalty box manager is Accidental Doll, and our penalty box timers are Brady Punch and Pinky and the Brawn. We've got everything pretty much out of the way. What are your impressions, Boo? What does Colorado have to do?
Colorado, we have a little bit of an advantage on this sport court right now because this floor is similar to what we've all been skating on back home. All the leagues within Colorado have skated on a floor identical to this, so I'm looking forward to seeing them stable on their feet, coming together and being strong, getting to those lines. It's going to be really exciting to see how Montana pushes against them.
Okay, well, of course, Montana got the experience on this floor yesterday that could be an equalizer. We are ready to go. There's the initial whistle, and we are off. Colorado
and Wilhelm's out.
In the blue. Wilhelm wasting no time. We've got solidified defense for Colorado now, making it difficult for the Montana Jammer. Wilhelm quickly back on a scoring trip now, dodging outside, making them miss, and Wilhelm now going defensive. That was an interesting little wrinkle.
I love to see that. I love it when the jammer's so aware she turns around and grabs that other jammer so that her blockers can come up and recapture.
That's right. That was Foggy guiding through finally for Montana, but Wilhelm content with 4 points on this opening jam. Have you had the opportunity to stop, or at least try to stop a skater like Wilhelm in your practice?
I have. I've been in scrimmages where I am a blocker out on the track going against Wilhelm. It is tough. It is tough. You look over your shoulder, you expect to see her. She's a little short, she gets low, and she just disappears.
Yeah, it's that instantaneous acceleration that the great ones tend to have.
Got Sharon Tacos out there for Team Colorado.
And Sparta Crush for Team Montana. Colorado doing a good job holding the rearward portion of the pack right now, and Sharon Tacos through for lead.
Assisted by Speedo Bandito, helping her on offense.
Yeah, that's one thing that Colorado, of course, very coordinated.
Oh.
But Sparta Crush making it through. Nice defensive try, at least there, by Special Chaos on the Montana side. But another 4-0 jam in favor of the Colorado All-Stars.
This is what I'm really looking forward to seeing. Montana is pushing Colorado to call it off after only a single pass each. I'm really excited to see how Montana is going to push Team Colorado.
Yeah, this appears She Hates Me is on the line. Oh, no, yes, that's Lethal Lizzie for Montana, number
Against
777.
Andy, number 5'2".
Andy for the Colorado All-Stars. Lethal Lizzie now pushing the front of the pack. Andy is currently being
Coming up in the
held
back.
up,
Oh.
taken down there by Lil Stout.
Looks like she's going to come on the inside.
Yeah, Andy bounced up off that contact. No penalty on the call. Third straight lead for Colorado. Now Lethal Lizzie is going to have to reset.
Number 3 Crush up front trying to play some offense for Andy. Looks like, oh,
And that was
taken out on the
Whiskey,
inside.
a veteran of the Gallatin Roller Derby, taking out Andy. First penalty of the game against Colorado. This one's going on Crush. Well, Montana is so far, playing credible defense, but Colorado just, a little bit stronger in the early going.
Jammer going up against Daisy Jukes. We've got Coyote and Blackman. They all skate on Denver Roller Derby. These girls work together. Look at that tripod. They're holding strong.
That's right. And about now,
Oh,
Lethal
Daisy
Lizzie,
Jukes.
as you say that, you'll
There she
learn
goes.
that does happen, Boo, from time to time. Finally, Lethal Lizzie able to clear the pack, but that's just the initial trip, excuse me. Andy will call the jam. I would suspect she got all 4 points, but I've been wrong before, and I guess I'm wrong again. Just
Looks like 3.
Yeah, just 3 on that trip. Hey, Spank Alley is the only fully adjustable roller derby armband on the market. They are also shipping worldwide, so check them out at www.spankalley.com. .au. Is that Wilhelm again on the line?
Wilhelm again on the line.
For Colorado.
Leah Davidson, Pink, Elise LeCracken.
Okay, and with the star now for Team Montana, you can't see the number because unfortunately she is just caught in the middle of that Colorado tripod. Oh, very nicely getting up front there. Special Chaos for Team Montana. Slowing down Wilhelm. Okay, this is She Hates Me.
We see a star pass.
She Hates Me passing the
Looks
star
like to Special
now
Chaos.
to Special Chaos. And that's quite efficient use of the clock there by Team Montana. Wilhelm on a scoring trip, but Special Chaos closing in. That'll force
Pushing
the
that
call.
call off.
Yeah, 2 points. So Colorado in control, but not making any big statement jams so far, Boo.
Not yet, and I'm really happy to see that. I think Montana's going to give them a run for their money.
Penalty box is empty, so we're going to be at 5-on-5. Sharon Tacos with the star for Team Colorado. For Montana now. We're waiting to see the number. Sharon Tacos
Checking
finding
history. Is
lots
that
of
Foggy
room.
for Montana?
That is Foggy, yes, thank you. Sharon Tacos taking advantage
Takes that
of
outside
a
fancy toe work.
well-cleared in inner lane. Okay, Foggy is through. Sharon will call. Who was that knocked Sharon out? I believe that was Whiskey again for Montana. Another 2-point jam.
We've got 2 Colorado blockers in the box, though, it looks like. We've got Dickey and Mussolini.
That's right, Montana with 1 blocker in the box. That's got to be a happy circumstance for our next jammers. Sparta Crush for Team Montana.
Let's see how Montana uses this advantage. Looks like
3
Blackman, Leah Davidson up front.
Well, Blackman able to control the pack pretty much all by herself. This coming up now to the top, that's Andy.
Andy out for lead, going up against 3 blockers.
Yeah.
No, Leah and Blackman seem to be still holding it down. They are staying together while being apart, if that makes any sense.
Well, I understand what you mean, but in the process, Montana able to pass the star once again to Special Chaos. Special Chaos, a double duty player right now for Team Montana. Andy at the front of the pack will get all 4. And so with 13 minutes and change, we've got a 23-0 Colorado lead.
Oh, this looks like a power jam. We see the Montana jammer head into the box.
That
It'll be
is
Special
correct.
Chaos. So Andy's got a power jam.
First opportunity for Colorado to really punch it up on the scoreboard. And okay, right now.
Looks like Team Colorado held blocker back for a point. Oh, big hit.
Oh, and still down.
She's still down.
Is one of the Montana blockers.
Looks like 4-2. Made a big hit.
Now the officials see the Montana skater who has now outside of turn 4. Yeah, well, she's getting up under her own power. That's certainly a good thing. Bushwhacker, the coach, over there escorting her off under her own power, so that is good news.
I've felt those hits. Those hits from Blackman are definitely painful. They'll knock you square across the other side of the track.
It's an interesting comment we have from Van Helen, 667, saying 5 of Team Montana's players are from one of the teams in the highest penalty game on record.
What?
So, well, if nothing else, maybe we'll see a little bit of that. It's going to be kind of difficult to get the highest penalty game on record in a 40-minute game, but you never know. It's something to shoot for. Okay, this is another lead jam for Colorado. That's Camilla Blood-Spilla.
She's got seat status coming up the points.
Got Fiona Grapple, Team Colorado jamming. Lisa LeCracken giving her some O on the outside.
Yep.
She's coming up against 2 Montana blockers who are giving her a run. Knocking her out, recycling her back. Looks like she's going to call it.
Calling off.
Walking away with 1 point.
Another star pass on the Montana side. 2 points.
Oh, 2
this
points.
time. Yeah.
We're now at 33 Colorado, 2 Montana.
Okay.
Lining up on the track. Let's see, is that Vixen? Looks like it. X-ray Vixen.
Colorado going a little deeper
2-0,
into
2-0.
the jammer rotation now, giving some people some looks at the line, which you can't blame them for that. Lethal Lizzie with the star now for Team Montana. Montana still looking for that first lead jam.
That's right, and Vixen takes the inside. Oh, fall through the hit. Nope, she gets it. Now she's out.
X-ray Vixen lead jammer for Colorado. Lethal Lizzie now
Montana.
looking inside. That door is closed. Vixen at the front of the pack now. 0-2 Tank tries to hold her off, but that's a 4-point trip.
Lethal Lizzie pulling that helmet cover off. She's looking for her pivot. Pivot trying to get up front.
Yeah, and up at the front of the pack, let's see. They thought they had it. Maybe they do. That's 0-2 Tank. 0-2 Tank was faking that she got the star there for a second, but that didn't clear any space. Now I think the pass has been made. 0-2 Tank with the star for Montana, fighting up front.
I do not envy Vixen right now. That Montana tripod looks fierce.
It certainly
Oh, she thought she
does.
was through. They spun around. Oh, there we go. She's out.
Yeah, that's Illuminati along with Texas Twister and a couple of other Montana skaters who comprised that big formation. Unfortunately, in the chaos, we have a Montana jammer sent to the penalty box. That's 0-2 Tank, who took the star on the pass.
With 2 Team Colorado blockers in the box, this is going to be a power start for Team Colorado. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with 2 people out there.
Yeah, Montana definitely with the numbers in the pack, and they don't need to worry about offense here. They're jammers in the box.
It's like they're lining up on either side of the pack. Yolita's going to try to follow.
Okay.
Getting some O from Daisy Jukes.
Oh, boy.
She's fighting up front. Big fight.
This is Yolita Applebaum for Colorado, and nicely defended inside line for Montana. And they're definitely getting the wax in. That's Despicable Darling who took that shot at Applebaum, but Yolita Applebaum threw for lead. Okay, out of the box now. This is O2 Tank for Montana. Montana, of course, in that unenviable position of having to put their pivot on the track again as a jammer because of a penalty.
She's fighting up against a tough tripod there.
Oh,
and she's back. She's going back to the box.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
We don't have jam referees telling us what the calls are, so we're just going to have to say that the jammers are going to the penalty box.
Yolita back up front, fighting past those Montana blockers. She's got 2 to go through. Looks like she went out.
Oh, that could be a cut. Yes, yes. If you are a Montana fan, that was little Stout pulling that cut, bumping out Applebaum, and then running to the back. Got basically back to the pivot line. That will spring O2 Tank again. Applebaum will have to sit for as long as O2 Tank did. And another star pass for Montana, double D. Yeah. Okay, so 15 seconds left on the jam clock. Both jammers back on the track.
Double D going up against Dickey. Looks like Dickey knocked her out. Crush is going to take her back. Pink's going to come back and bridge for her a little bit.
Pink
Bring her
Flamingo,
all the way back.
Yeah, Pink Flamingo equally comfortable as a blocker or a jammer.
Or a jammer, that's right. I first experienced Pink a few years back when I was with Arc Valley High Rollers down in Salida, Colorado. Pink was, she is a tough jammer. You do not want to give her the inside line. She will jump that apex in a brief second. She can step over me and 6 other people.
Well, if you're going to play this game, you need good pads, boo. And 187 killer pads have been designed and constructed for top professional athletes all through the past decade. They are one of the sponsors of Battle of the All-Stars 2019. Back to the action. That is Wilhelm again through the pack, lead jammer for the Colorado All-Stars. Oh, and Wilhelm just flying through, untouched on that one.
She hate me past that star. Once again to Special Chaos.
Yeah.
Special Chaos is getting that star quite a bit today. I'm happy to see those star passes, though. As soon as you're not out and you're not lead, I know that I've certainly been taught to pull that panty or pull that star and look for your pivot.
That's right, and and I think one of the things that impresses me about this Montana squad is they're not just making the pass to a pivot who's not in a position to use it. The pivot's ready to go when the pass takes place. That's very important if you're newer to the game. If your pivot isn't ready for the star, it's really, you're not helping your team giving it to the pivot.
That's right. It looks like those Montana pivots are coming up front and getting in the position where they need to get that star pass really fast, and they're passing it fast. Oh, Sharon Taco's out on the outside line.
Yeah, Sharon Taco's just, getting the benefit of her team formation, opening up that outside line from the get-go.
Number 12, Foggy.
Foggy.
She just dipped right around those skaters. That was a classic Wilhelm move as well. We see that dip right under the butts of those blockers. It's a great way to avoid those hits.
Well, and when you're playing with such top quality players, you see those moves, sooner or later you're probably going to try to emulate them.
That's right.
We have another star pass on the Montana side. Wilhelm will call the jam, another 8-0 jam for Colorado. And boy, I hope y'all are enjoying this game at home. These are two teams who know a little bit about each other and have a lot of respect for each other. And you might see this score, and think one way about the game. But I tell you what, Team Montana is out there playing very effectively. This Colorado All-Star team, quite honestly, has the ability
big hit
to put large amounts of points on the board. Who threw that
Andy
hit
for
down?
Team Colorado came in hot against Special Chaos, lying a big hit to her chest. Now she's fighting up front.
And
looks like she gets out for lead.
She does make it through the penalty. Multiplayer going on jam good time.
Sparta Crutch for Team Montana. Oh, looks like a track cut for...
Yeah, on Sparta Crush. So it's another power jam for Team Colorado, and Andy is just at top speed, now being slowed down by the Montana defense, but that was a little stout, slowing her down. Now Montana getting an opportunity to set up in the outside straightaway.
Andy is familiar with power jams. Certainly last year at Golden Bowl in Oakland, she got majority of the power jams for Denver Roller Derby's B team.
She had a lot of power jams and good jams at the championships in New Orleans as well last year. Okay, we're back to two jammers on the track.
Before two Blackman headed to the box.
Blackman heading in, didn't catch the call. So, Colorado proving that they can play defense with a short pack right now, Boo. That's finally an initial trip for Sparta Crush.
Team Colorado playing merry-go-round at that penalty box.
Still two as the jam.
Still two.
As the jam ends. So Montana will start this jam at full strength, 3:15 to go, but a 13-0 jam in favor of Colorado.
Looks like we've got unprotected Lex and Daisy Jukes out there for Team Colorado. Got two up front. They're going to keep that pivot line.
And we've got She Hates Me jamming for Team Montana. No, excuse me, that's Lethal Lizzie, 777 versus 77. Sometimes it's easy to get those confused. Okay, Lizzie pushing the front of the pack, and Montana choosing a three-wall in
Camilla
the back.
Bloodspilla coming around the outside. Montana has lead.
First lead of the game.
Oh,
for
big
Team
smiles.
Montana, big smiles, and the crowd here is enjoying it.
And she's going to keep that lead.
And it's going to be
now a power jam.
That is right.
The crowd is going crazy. This is awesome.
And I believe we have a
Lethal Lizzie now pushing outside, getting some help from Double D. Okay, Montana choosing to play passively now. That is, it appears it's going to work as Lethal Lizzie digging in. They have to let her go. Four more. Boo, this must give Montana a huge shot of adrenaline.
That crowd is certainly energetic. We've got unprotected Lex coming through and James Cobb.
Okay,
Smart
Lethal Lizzie with the author of an 8-point jam for the Montana All-Stars, and her teammates are really enjoying that, as is the crowd assembled behind turns 3 and 4.
We've got an empty box, so we're going to start full force on both teams.
80-10 is the score. This could be the final jam, 1:12 on the period clock. Here we go.
X-Ray Vision jamming for Team Colorado against
She Hates Me.
She Hates Me.
With the star for Montana. Oh, X-Ray Vision really putting on the speed, getting lead. She Hates Me now trying to dice on the outside, being effectively stopped.
Coming up against Jersey Whirl up front.
Yeah, now she is through though, and she's going to get a boost of enthusiasm from her bench.
Dixon's going to forcing the call off.
Yeah, the call is made. It's another 4-0 jam, which is kind of how the period started, Boo. And Montana back to homeostasis, I guess we could call it, with 25 seconds to go at the end of this first period. Of course, again, we're playing 20-minute periods today. Tomorrow we go into the full 60-minute games. Yeah, after that huge,
everyone's taking a breath.
Swell, everybody needed to, get their energy back.
Got Yolita Applebaum, and out for lead, Team Colorado.
Foggy with the star for
She
Team
pulled us, and there's the pass. Again,
quick pass.
exactly
yes.
where she needs to be up front, that number 1-8, that'll be 0-2 Tank. She's exactly where she needs to be for Team Colorado to make that star pass.
Yeah.
Or Team Montana to make that star pass, my apologies.
Okay, and that was tough defense at the end of that jam there for Montana. A little stout, being stout on the outside of turn 1, forcing the call off. So probably not a surprise, Boo, that Colorado is ahead here. Montana has had their moments, though.
That's right. Montana's really been pushing Team Colorado for those forced call-offs, only allowing them 4 points at a time. There's only been a couple jams where Team Colorado's been able to pull more than that. And Team Montana had a power jam bringing them 8 points in one jam. That was an incredible jam. The crowd was just electric.
Going into halftime, what if you were coaching Team Montana, what would you say?
If I was coaching Team Montana, keep doing what you're doing. Those pivots are in the right place. I would say watch out for that offense. Team Colorado, they definitely have those designated O. You need to look out for that, spin around them, let them just pass right through you.
All right. Well, hey, we will be back in 9 minutes with the conclusion of Team Colorado versus Team Montana here at Battle of the All-Stars 2019. Hatfield, Pennsylvania. This is Gretchen Little here with BOTAS. Boo, how are you enjoying this beautiful Pennsylvania weather so far?
It's a little interesting. I'm used to much drier climates down in Colorado. So walking out here, coming out the airport, it was like taking a breath into a swimming pool. Am I walking or swimming? I don't know.
There you go. But yes, an interesting first period. As we were saying, Montana, no slacking in their game at all. Then on the other hand, Colorado taking care of business as the number 2 seed.
That's right. It looks like Team Montana is playing each jam as if it's its own little game. They're focused on their jamming. They're focused on getting into the positions that they need to be in, holding those tripods really strong. And those, like we said earlier, those pivots are in the exact place that they need to be. I'm seeing some of the fastest star passes I've seen really ever.
Yeah. A couple of comments on the Twitch stream or the Twitch comment board about that is how much Montana practices those star passes, and it shows. I mean, I said it once, and I don't want to belabor the point, but they're making the passes where the pivot can use the pass, and that is so important. Okay, the officials are retaking their positions on the track, Boo, so it's not going to be long until we are underway. On the jam line is Foggy from Hellgate Roller Derby of Team Montana, and that is Midge Wilhelm again with the star for Team Colorado.
And that's what I like to see. It looks like those jammers are having a conversation over there. You're in this together. Even though you're on opposing teams, you're fighting through packs, and you're kind of having the same shared experience as you're pushing through. So it's really nice to have a buddy on the jam line.
Yeah. I've often appreciated that. And it's not something you see in a lot of sports. But in roller derby, it does seem to work that way. It's something the Jammers has more in common with anybody else on the track. Nice defense there by Montana. Wilhelm trying to keep in bounds by breaking the fall with one hand.
Only one hand out.
Successful lead jammer for Colorado, but Foggy is through as well for Team Montana.
Let's see if they're going to force that call off or they're going to try it. Nope, they're forcing the call off. Wilhelm calls it off with 4 points.
It was an interesting, Colorado preserving their points. That is going to be their strategy. I think it's fair to say. In some of the early games yesterday, teams were electing to run long. A couple of us were wondering whether this is a difference now with the demise of the jammer lap point.
It was kind of a sad thing to lose that point. As a jammer, it's really exciting to get that thumb up and get that 5th point. But I see the benefit of taking it away. It's a lot easier on scorekeeping, as well as strategy. Change the game just a little bit.
That's right. Sparta Crush with the star for the Montana All-Stars. Sharon Tacos for the Colorado All-Stars. Sharon Tacos burrowing through on the inside. Lead jammer once again. The Montana defense held Sharon for quite some time.
Sharon Tacos is tricky like this. You think that she went out. She did not go out. She still has those toes in. She'll spin on a single toe stop to get around those blocker walls.
She's got 4 points. Sparta Crush is through now. And once again, playing the conservative game, Team Colorado calling off the jam. Roller derby is not your typical sport. Booties.
No,
I'm
it is
here to
not.
tell you, it's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels. And that's why 888 makes protective gear specially designed for those who lay it all out on the track. Thanks for sponsoring BOTAS 2019 888. Okay,
Looks like Blondie coming up through. Who do we have for Team Montana? It's is that Lethal Lizzie out there?
It is Lethal Lizzie,
That's
author
right.
of that 8-point jam for Montana earlier.
Speedo Bandito headed to the box, as
Andy.
well as Double D.
Oh,
for Team Montana.
yes. Andy with the lead jammer position now for Team Colorado, and Pink Flamingo anchoring defensively in the back. Pink hasn't even worn the star yet. There's another one of those star pass.
Pivot
Yes.
exactly where she needs to be. Montana is blowing me away with exact how they're setting themselves up and just being very fluid.
Well, and
clearly
there you go. That's I think that's a really good. Okay, we have a comment from Freight Train Fred. Here's a little insight on Team Montana. Average travel time for practice for skaters is 3 to 5 hours one way. Very few exceptions with 1.5 hour travel, but most travel 3+ hours to practice. Wow, that's discipline and dedication.
It's a big state. Not a lot of people, big state, they got to travel far.
Yeah, discipline, dedication, and desire, and it shows in the way this Team Montana outfit plays. She hates me now with the star, again looking for that star pass, or at least setting up the possibility. Camilla Blood-Spilla on another scoring trip, or the first scoring trip now.
Oh, that was a fake out. It looked like she had passed it to 362 Special Chaos. Special Chaos turned around as if she had the star to run away. She did not, letting our jammer get through.
Well, you know, and it's kind of funny. The thing that I'm seeing on a couple of the faces of the Montana skaters right now is, come on, let's, you know, they're happy to be here, and they're proud of their accomplishments yesterday, but they're not going to just go quietly into that good night.
No, they do not seem intimidated whatsoever to be playing up against Team Colorado.
Okay.
They're ready, they're prepared.
102, Colorado, 10 for Montana. All right, back into the action now. Foggy with the star for Team Montana. And this is X-Ray Vixen for Colorado.
She's dancing along that outside. Ooh, good. Being taken back.
Oh, yeah. I believe that was Stout again.
Stout?
Yeah, Lil Stout is the defensive anchor. Another lead jam for Team Montana. Foggy putting on the afterburners, getting into scoring position. She's got a couple of points now, engaging at the front. X-Ray Vixen is through, but not before Foggy gets 4.
4 full points. I can't, I'm Team Colorado, True Blue, but I am so excited to see Montana taking the lead right now.
There you go, yeah.
Getting a lead.
Getting a lead jammer against Team Colorado is an accomplishment of epic proportions. Yeah, I think really it kind of is. I mean, you're basically looking at several skaters from the number 4 team in the world in WFTDA competition, Boo. Okay, back to the action now, and pushing at the front of the pack for Montana. This is Sparta Crush. Montana trying to hold off on the back on Yolita Applebaum. And we have a forearm penalty. No, excuse me, it's a cutting the track penalty on Yolita Applebaum. Lead jammer, power jam, Team Montana.
I'm excited to see how they use this power jam. They're sending one up for O.
Right now holding back, trying to determine the out of play. Now they're going to engage. Well, no, they're going to hold back, and they're just going to let Spartacus work. Oh, Spartacus is able to stay in bounds. How about that, Booties?
That was a beautiful swirl on the inside. She spun right around on that toe stop.
That's a 4-point trip, and now looking for more. Yolita Applebaum has been released from the penalty box, but I do not believe she accomplished an initial trip, so she's going to have to do that again. She's getting some defense up front in the form of Texas Twister. Now Applebaum completes the initial trip, and Spartacus is going to call off the jam. 2 more going up, a 6-point jam for the Montana All-Stars, taking them to 20.
That's their second highest scoring jam of today's game.
Okay, and timeout being called by Team Montana right now. I should say the Montana All-Stars. We have lots of appreciation on the Twitch comment stream, and I got to agree with them, BOTAS. That's a couple of really positive jams in a row for Team Montana.
That's right. Team Montana, they've come around. They're traveling long distances. They're working together, and it's really obvious that they've put in the time and they've put in the effort to know each other, know how they skate, and working really well together.
It's a really interesting point. As the diversity of the sport becomes more apparent to all of those who participate. Talking with some of the Pennsylvania All-Stars, I mean, you happen to be in a hotbed of roller derby here in Hatfield. I mean, you've got Bucksmont. Down the line, you've got Brandywine. 50 miles away, you've got Philly. All pretty strong teams, so there really is a lot of derby to be played and to be practiced within a 40-minute drive.
That's right.
And you don't realize how much of a privilege that is.
That's right. And you can say that both of these teams are Rocky Mountain based because those Rocky Mountains go down in Montana all the way down through Colorado.
All right, here we go. Lethal Lizzie with the star for Montana. Midge Wilhelm again jamming for the Colorado All-Stars, and she, the wily one, will evade the defense, capture lead for Team Colorado, and now going airborne and getting the sense of the floor. Midge Wilhelm is putting up 4 points for the Colorado All-Stars. That's
right. We have 777 Lethal Lizzie fighting in the back, though, to get out. Still on initial. That pivots up front. Oh, there she goes. Pivot.
Yeah, and excuse me for interrupting, but there again, they used the potential of that star pass as an offensive weapon.
I think Team Colorado is now trying to catch on to that pivot and get in front of her. They're putting too much focus now on that pivot, which is allowing that jammer to get out for Team Montana.
Wilhelm running this jam long. Lethal Lizzie into the pack, bumped to the inside now. And we've got O2 Tank anchoring the defense for Montana. That allows Lethal Lizzie to streak past for a 4-point trip.
Wilhelm's going to call it when she gets through and gets those points.
Midge Wilhelm does indeed. So it's an 8-4 jam, but Montana asserting themselves in that jam. I would like to remind you that if you play roller derby or any contact sports, you should protect yourself from impact. You know who helps you do that is Stakeware. Stakeware is also a sponsor of the live stream here at BOTAS 2019. You can see the graphic there with the shorts. They also do jerseys now, I believe, that the contact wear for full contact and action sports. Check them out at stakeswear.com. Sharon Tacos now with the star for the Colorado All-Stars. She hates me pushing for the Montana All-Stars. Sharon Tacos able to stay in bounds. Don't know how much you can tell us on the fly, BOTAS, but what do you work on in order to maintain that edge strength going around on the outside like we saw Sharon Tacos do?
We have a lot of practice drill work. We're constantly moving laterally across the track. We have a lot of cone setups. Us jammers, we pull aside and work strictly on our edge work, including doing hockey stops, single-footed hockey stops.
Well, it certainly shows. That's another 4-point trip. She hates me really getting, she may think they do hate her in the middle of the pack in turn 3 right now, and Sharon Tacos taking advantage. I think Montana concentrating offensively right now. They've got another star pass. Boy, that's Pink Flamingo. Just really not allowing any progress on the Montana side.
That's her 4th pass for Sharon Tacos, coming up to 16 points. Looks like Team Colorado caught on to that pivot, though, and now they're keeping her down.
Isn't that the truth?
I'm
yeah.
sure they don't want to allow another star pass to get a pivot and force that call off. Looks like a 5th pass for Sharon Tacos.
Yeah, I think
20 points.
the star has been passed. This is Special Chaos with it in hand, but the going is not any easier. Oh, and now she's calling for a forearm. Yeah, it's going to be a power jam, and Sharon Tacos is going to call off the jam as Special Chaos sits. So this will be a full 30-second penalty as Jam 9 begins. We're under 10 minutes to go. Colorado firmly ahead, 134 to 24.
With the 24-point jam, it looks like that might be the highest scoring jam for this game so far.
I think you're right, Boo. Yes, that was Andy for Colorado is now going to try to break that record, and you know Team Montana does not want that to happen. There we go. How about wrestling down Andy? I believe that's a little stout. Yes, it is. That's about as determined a one-on-one defense as you're going to see.
What I want to see is Andy going up against She Hates Me. Andy used to skate in Montana, and she was on the same team that She Hates Me is on now.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Yeah, the Hells Bells, She Hates Me, represent. Now, where exactly are they located?
Hells Bells?
Yeah.
That is a great question.
Oh, okay.
I do not know the answer to that one.
Special Chaos back on the track. Pink Flamingo on the penalty bench for Colorado. Now Special Chaos trying to get through on that initial trip. And Lil Stout doing a good job against Andy now, rolling back. 0-2 Tank has taken the star for Team Colorado. Andy realizes, calls the jam, 4 more go up, an 8-0 jam in favor of Team Colorado.
And to answer your question earlier, that'll be out of Helena, Montana. Should have known that one. Makes sense. Hells Bells from Helena, Montana.
Yeah, now that you say that.
Shoot.
Well, we like the fact.
Missing the bar there.
We like the fact that you're not speculating. You're finding out.
That's right. Luckily, I have the internet at my fingertips.
Okay.
What do we have lining up now?
Number 36 for Colorado.
All right.
Looks like Camilla Bloodspiller for Team Colorado.
Yes, it is. Finding room on the outside. That will be another lead for Colorado. Now, here we go. Through the pack is Foggy. For Team Montana. Okay, nice defense there. Oh, boy. Mulled Whiskey for Team Montana closed the door on the inside. But then Colorado was able to, on a hesitation play, Whiskey went to the next defensive position, and on the hesitation.
You know what really helps keep Team Colorado successful is the focus that they have. Just seeing up until that 4th whistle blows, they have full focus. I've seen number 3 Crush on the outside earlier on this jam, or the jam previously. She has those eyes on that jammer, and she's prepared for that hit until that 4th whistle is blown.
Yeah, it's an official review now is being called. That's anybody's. Let's see, it's being called by Team Montana right now. Interestingly, in this 20-minute period or 40-minute game format, there's only one official review per game, and it cannot be retained. So even if you prevail on your official review, you're not going to get another one. I guess that means that you want to use it wisely.
That's right. We have Chet Cotton coming out here looking. He skates for ground control. He's one of the coaches for Team Colorado. He's looking at our girls in the box saying, what is the deal? I really appreciate that because we're all friends here on Team Colorado. We all get along pretty well. It's refreshing to have a coach who, he's going to push you. He's going to motivate you. He's also going to look at you and say, what the heck? Why'd you do that? I really appreciate having him as a coach.
The better a relationship that coach and athletes have, I think, yeah. And there's so many different types of dynamics that work, I guess. But you're right. You really do have to be able to temper the passion of the game with just more clinical sort of strategic thought.
That's right. The more time you spend together, the more time you have to talk about roller derby, the more cohesive you are on the track. So we definitely encourage a lot of off-the-track bonding time with our coaches, our skaters, amongst the whole state, really.
Well, and it's showing here in the second period. Okay, we have got action again, though. This is Sparta Crush with the star for Team Montana.
Even with two, whoa, big jump by Leah Davidson. She tries to get up front to join Blackman, holding that jammer back, but does not quite make that apex jump.
X-Ray Vixen with the star for Colorado. She is lead, and she is calling the jam as Spartacus was approaching. Another 4-0 jam. I think really that is as much a indication of Team Montana's discipline and teamwork. There have been a lot of 4-point jams in this game. Holding this Colorado team to 4 points in any one jam is really, that's a fairly strong accomplishment.
Yes, it is, especially getting past those two blockers, previously Blackman and Leah Davidson. Even with just the two of them out there, it's still the force of 4.
Sure. Okay, Yolita Applebaum with the start, jumping on the outside. Lead jammer for Team Colorado. Lethal Lizzie wearing the star for Team Montana. 2 to beat. It was 1, but then it became 2 quickly. Well defended there.
Taken out by Coyote up front. Coyote used to be a jammer. Now she's transitioning to being blocker.
that must be kind of satisfying to do all those things that you used to hate to have done to you. Okay, 3 points for Yolita Applebaum. Unearned pass accounting for that, I suppose. Well defended there at the front of the pack by Mother Earth for Team Montana, but eventually Yolita Applebaum able to make it through. All right, Lethal Lizzie now looking for some help. She does have her pivot, Mother Earth there, and Mother Earth does indeed take the star. Unfortunately, Colorado was ready
They
this
were
time.
prepared for that one. We had Coyote up front, keeping an eye on that pivot. They were not going to allow this one to get away from them.
Okay, 4:32 to go. Again, we want to thank all of our live stream sponsors, Spank Alley, 187 Killer Pads, 888, and Stakeware. We'd also like to thank the Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls for hosting Battle of the All-Stars 2019. They've been hosting BOTAS for the past 6 years. Okay, She Hates Me now with the star for Team Montana. Wilhelm jamming for Team Colorado.
Wilhelm is fighting up against those 4. It looks like, and she's out on the outside.
Well, Wilhelm, the great combination of speed and strength, can sort of make her own holes and Wilhelm is allowed to continue. A little bit of controversy there.
Looked like she was going to call it for a split second.
Yeah.
No, looks like she's going to wait, get those points, then call it off.
Well, it was the attempted apex jump that she realized she probably should cede after landing, which took 2 or 3 seconds because she was up there pretty high. And then, she's trying to assess the situation. And, of course, the officials aren't going to give you a lot of guidance in that situation.
No, they definitely cannot help you out and tell you what to do next.
Nope. Okay, Sharon Tacos for Colorado. Foggy for Montana. Sharon Tacos is lead jammer. Foggy running into Pink Flamingo, and Pink Flamingo passing on the defense up front.
Sharon Tacos getting Team Montana to take the bait on her jukes. It looks like she's going to go one way. Don't trust it.
That's right.
Don't trust it.
That's right.
Which way? You don't know.
Oh,
right through the center.
There she goes. Yeah, well, when you've got full speed and, that's the top-notch jammers, that's one of the things that sets them apart is the ability to make those moves while you're accelerating even.
That's right. Yep, and you really can see that talent and that experience come as she approaches the pack. She does not slow down. She does not look wary. She accelerates and speeds through the pack.
Montana kind of hamstrung right now because their pivot is in the penalty box. That means Foggy has no one to help, but she finally does make it through, and there she is putting on the star. Sharon Taco's on another scoring trip. She will call the jam. Big scoring jam, and that's another 20-point jam for Team Colorado.
You know, this game, it often reminds me of Red Rover. Red Rover sent so-and-so on over, you know, and so when I think about that as those skaters are going through the pack, I'm always singing that in my head right as that skater comes up, especially when they're going to fight a seam or they're going to fight an arm. Brings me back to elementary school for sure.
There you go. Andy with the star now for the Colorado All-Stars. We have an official timeout on the track. Oh, I think we have a foul out here would be what the situation is. Yeah, it's a foul out on the Montana side. Of course, you only get 5 in these shortened games, and you know, that will happen. We actually have not seen that many foul outs this weekend, but you know, Double D is fighting till the very end, and you know, just picked up that. I'm sure most of them are just you know, going that little bit beyond because you're so committed to your defensive position.
That's right. And I hope we're going to keep those foul outs low. Nobody likes a foul out. You know, we like to see a clean game. I love the sport of roller derby, including all of its rules that keep the game fluid and keep it going. And so when we see a foul out, it's just disappointing for everybody involved.
Sure. And, well, the good news is that Double D went out to the penalty box with the pivot stripe, but the pivot stripe came back, and that's going to be on 0-2 Tank's helmet as we get underway with this jam. 1:25 to go in the game. Sparta Crush with the star for the Montana All-Stars. Andy jamming for Colorado.
It's majority Montana women out there right now.
That's right.
Andy being one of them.
Once again, look, a little stout there, just face to face with Andy. Now passing off the defense to 0-2 Tank. Boy, Andy fighting through, but that was not easy, Boo.
No, that 0-2 Tank and Lil Stout combo, that looks fierce. I don't want to go up against that ever.
Okay, Sparta Crush now again pushing. She's having to roll back, check her momentum. There's room. She's past the start. 0-2 Tank. 0-2 Tank is out and in the open spaces for the Montana All-Stars. Andy realizes that and will call the jam.
Mother Earth was able to hold Blondie back on that outside line on turn 2. She's looking at her teammate. That was a beautiful moment I saw on the track just a second ago. Lil Stout looking up at Mother Earth, kind of having that like, you got her? I do got her. I got her. That's right. All right.
Penalty box is empty. That's a good sign. If we will have one more jam.
Last
X-Ray Vixen for Colorado going to take on Lethal Lizzie for the Montana All-Stars. Okay.
Vixen getting some O by Dickey. Looks like she's trying to break up Team Montana.
Yeah.
But Montana is staying together.
Montana reforming very quickly, but now X-Ray Vixen, she bumped inside. That was Hammer with the bump, but absorbing the contact. Vixen is lead.
Those absorption drills really help out, especially when you have jammers like these two coming up and hitting you real hard. Those absorption drills will help keep you stable on your feet. It looks like clearly Montana does that.
How about Lethal Lizzie? She saw an opening about a quarter of a track away and was able to gain enough speed to actually hit it. She is through the pack, and this is a power jam now in favor of Lethal Lizzie. I don't know if you can hear the Montana All-Stars just pounding on the walls.
It's making my heart.
Exhorting their team to put up points in this final jam.
Lethal Lizzie still pushing forward. She's going up against the tripod of Team Colorado.
Yeah, X-Ray Vixen is standing in the penalty box with 40 seconds to go in the jam. There is still a lot of roller derby to play. Vixen now engaging at the back of the pack. The pack is exploded between turns 3 and 4. Now Vixen through for 4. Lethal Lizzie, boy, getting the business from Mussolini right now, but now finding some daylight, quickly reforming Colorado defensive formation, Boo. All right.
Mussolini staying on her. Again, you're going to see that focus with these Team Colorado skaters. They trust that they're going to be in the right area. They're going to be in the right place, so all they have to do is reach up. Look at that. There's some sportsmanship.
There sure is. Sure is, and it's good to see. 3 points going up for Lethal Lizzie in that final jam. So Team Montana putting up 27 points against the Colorado All-Stars. Colorado All-Stars with 195. That was an extremely well-played game.
Yes, it was. I'm excited to see Montana keeping Team Colorado under 200. Of course, while I'm on Team Colorado, it's my team. I want them to score as high as possible. My roots are in Montana. I love it. I'm from there, and I'm really excited to see how hard of a fight they put up against Team Colorado.
Well, this result is going to set up a matchup between Team Colorado and Team Pennsylvania tomorrow at 6 p.m., I believe. That's going to be a semifinal contest. Team Colorado, the number 2 seed. Team Montana could have taken this game off and and they would have improved their seeding and their eventual ranking in this tournament by extraordinary measures, because they came in at the number 14 seed and they had already beaten the number 6 and the number 10.
That's
but
right.
there they are. The crowd was with them. They were certainly cohesive in spirit and in athletic effort. And I'm sure that they would like the score to be different, but their heads are held high and they got smiles on their faces after that performance.
And they should be very proud of themselves. I'm excited to talk with them later. We see Andy, number 5'2", from Montana, hugging a lot of her old teammates and friends. It's just so great to see in this sport. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, Battle of the All-Stars is one of those great tournaments, one of those great events, because of this sort of camaraderie that you don't always see at playoff or tournament events, where you have teams that are a little more invested just in their team. Here you've got sort of a regional thing, and then that sort of plays off a lot of other relationships within the sport. But in any case, well, hey, thank you for watching today. Here we had Colorado, of course, versus Montana. Colorado, the number 2 seed, with the win, will take on Pennsylvania tomorrow. I am Gretchen Little.
And I am BOTAS.
Thank you for watching the Battle of the All-Stars 2019. We will be back with interviews of the most valuable players in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back. I'm Gretchen Little. I am here with Lil Stout, the captain of the Montana All-Stars. First off, I just want to say, great game.
Thank you. We're so proud of ourselves.
What were you thinking about coming into this battle against Colorado?
Wow. Colorado is a big team with a lot of talent, and so we just were focusing on having fun today and making through it. Like, we've never played a game of this caliber before. We're excited.
Well, you have a lot of fans at home, I know that, and one of them pointed out to us that you're actually one of the founders of your league at home. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, and we started Team Montana just recently here, too. We're a very new league.
Well, you've certainly shown a lot this weekend already. How was it to win those first 2 games?
Oh, wow. So our coach really believed in us. He knew we would come in and win our first 2 games, and we had some doubts, but we pulled it off, and so we're ecstatic. This whole weekend has been fabulous. We couldn't ask for more.
Well, I know that you have a lot of fans at home and you've got a lot of new fans all over the world. We want to thank you, Little Stout. Anything else that you'd like to say? Anybody you'd like to say hello to?
No. Hi. No. Sure.
All right. Well, thank you very much, MVP Little Stout. And I'll be back in just a second with the Colorado MVP being interviewed by BOTAS. Thank you.
Welcome back. I am BOTAS here with Sharon Tacos for Team Colorado MVP. We're really excited for today. Sharon Tacos was our highest scoring jammer for Team Colorado, one of those passes being 24 points. What separated you? How was that offense able to help get you out and have so many passes?
Our O is pretty solid, but I think our D did a really good job of holding their jammers to let me score, keep just skating.
That's right. And Sharon Tacos, can you tell me what is something that you think about out there? What's something that continues to inspire you to keep skating so hard and put in that dedication and time?
I don't want Chet to be mad at me. Just kidding. He's a great coach, but He's like, you never want to disappoint your dad. It's like Coach Dad.
That's right. Chet Cotton out. I mentioned during those jams, he's coming out and looking at his skaters, both with some excitement and a little bit of disappointment when they mess up. But it's all fun and games because we're all getting along here. Tacos, can you tell me, was there a moment in today's game where you were really impressed with Team Montana? Was there some outstanding moves that you saw you were really hard pressed with?
They play together really well. I think a lot of them have been skating together a long time, and you can tell.
All right, thank you, Sharon Tacos. We're going to send it off now. We'll have the next game up here soon. This is my first announcements. I'm really terrible at this, so I'm excited to pass this off.
All right, everybody. I'm going to put a little break in the stream so that we can go back and find these games later on in the archive. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Seconds, really.